Hey guys, tonight I want to talk with you about building your championship Isagenix team. Everyone gets the chance to be the CEO of your own business. So you get to make the decisions about who you're going to attract into your business or recruit into your business, and who you're going to let someone else maybe attract into their business. I think that's the fun part about this is we get to make something uniquely our own, and we get to create a culture of our own. And not just me and Becca, but you each get to create a culture and a team of your own as well. Sure, we're all part of this bigger ISA-inspired team, and then we're all part of the bigger culture of Isagenix as a whole, but each of you have your own business center that you get to create, and you get to build that championship team the way you want it to be. And I think that's so much fun. You can look for those people in your life and for people that you're going to meet in the future that have those characteristics and qualities that you really like. And as you exhibit those characteristics and qualities yourself, those people that have the same characteristics and qualities will be attracted into you and your life and what you're doing, and maybe even reach out to you and want to be a part of what you're doing. I mean, a lot of our team has actually been people who have reached out to us as they've been just watching us, what we're doing on Facebook and social media, which is amazing. And they reach out to us and they say, hey, you guys look like you're doing something super awesome. What is it? And then we have a chance to get them on the phone and share our story and start leading them through the education process. So in this business, you really attract who you are or who you're becoming. And if you want to attract something different than who you are, you better go to work on yourself so that you can be that honey that'll attract the bees into your organization, the bees that you want into your organization. All right, so we're going to talk about two things that we learned from this call that we had a few weeks ago by one of the top earners in Isagenix, David Norrie. And he made a few key points that really stuck with me about building your championship team, but also determining who you're going to invest your time with, to work with, to help on your team get to the next level. And we can't spend our time with everyone on our team. At some point, we have to select and filter who are the people who are most worth pouring our time into, because we only have so much time in the day as well. And so we got to make wise investments and be good stewards of our time. So the two things that he mentioned that are the most important for building that championship team and determining who you're going to invest most of your time with was, is the person capable? Number one. Okay, and we'll talk about some of the characteristics and traits that have to do with, are they capable? And then number two was, are they wildly engaged? We'll talk a little bit about what that would look like here in just a minute as well. So first, let's talk about, are the people capable? And each of you have to come up with your own core values that you want to see on people on your team. And those are the people that you want to attract into your organization. So you need to sit down and write out, what are the things that you value most in people and that would make them a successful part of your team, and a person you want to be around and hang around and have fun with and do business with. For myself and my wife Becca, some of our core values include things like integrity. That's important to us, doing the right thing, doing it the right way, and being a person that's a person of their word and being truthful and honest. That's important. The second thing that we care about is we want people who are caring. People with a caring heart, people that have other people's best interest in mind and want to make a real impact in other people's lives. The next thing is people who are positive. Debbie Downers, not going to be a part of our team. Or if somehow they sneak into our team and start using Isagenix in our organization, we're not going to be associating ourselves with them very much. And the complainers, the whiners, the excuse makers, we're not working with them. Okay. Next, we want people who are happy. Again, that's the type of energy that we're looking for. People who love life and just have a zest for life and that attract people to them because they're happy. We want people who know how to have some fun. We like to have some fun. And if you've ever been to an event with us and gone to Start Your Life parties and things like that, like we like to get down and boogie and we like to dance and we like to, just have a great time and with all of our friends and all the people in Isagenix. That's one of the things I think that separates the Isagenix culture from a lot of other organizations out there. We're not the suit and tie culture. We come in looking dapper and trying to, one up other people and how we're, holding ourselves with our posture, walking around and we're about having fun in this organization and in the whole Isagenix culture is about that. Next thing we're looking for is people who are driven. People who know how to work. They know how to work hard. And that's one of the misconceptions about this business is people think, oh, it's one of those things where you're just hoping that you can find a few people and they can work hard for you and you can make some money. That's not how it works. In this organization, you got to put in some real sweat equity. You got to put in some time and effort. The great thing is that that initial effort can continue to pay you long term. That's just smart. That's just smart business. If there's an opportunity like that, I'm all about it, right? But you have to work hard in order to build that organization that continues to grow over time and creates leverage for you to earn residual income long term. But you got to put in the work. So we're looking for people who are driven, know how to hustle. Next thing we're looking for is people who are teachable or coachable. We ask them to do something. Do they do it? We say, can you be on this call tonight? Do they say yes? And then do they show up? We ask a person to, if they can be at a taste and learn at our house and share their story. Do they say yes and do they show up? We ask people to follow the 5 steps after enrolling someone so they can set their new enrollee up for success. Do they do it? We ask the person, can you make sure to get all your people started in the IsaBody Challenge? Because we know that creates a 94% retention. Do they do it? We ask people, can you show everyone that you get started, you plus 2, them plus 2, before you even show them what packs are available for them to choose from? Do they do it? So are the people being teachable? And that'll in large part determine who we're going to keep working with. We don't know if a person's teachable until we get them in our organization and we start asking them to do things and leading them in the right direction and seeing if they follow. Okay, and to be a leader, first you got to be a good follower. I learned that from a young age, and I felt like I've done a good job of that myself. Is being teachable and realizing that if I ever want to be a leader, I first got to learn how to follow. So we want people that are teachable, and then finally, we're looking for people who will dare to suck. These are people that are willing to face their fears, and they're willing to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Hopefully that makes sense. Because in this business, you're going to have to stretch. You're going to have to be willing to face some of your own baggage mentally. You're going to have to be willing to overcome some of your own mental viruses and biases and fears and overstep those boundaries. And that's where real growth happens is outside the edge of your comfort zone. But a lot of people just would rather stay in that little comfort zone and go through life like that. We're not looking for people on our team that have that mentality. And if they do, they got to quickly show that they're willing to go to work facing those fears if we're going to continue to work with them. Okay? So these are the characteristics, core values that we're looking for. You guys may have something different for your team. But we don't know those things necessarily right at the beginning when someone starts with us, but we'll figure it out over time and working with them and decide if it's a person that we should continue to invest our time with. And then the second thing we're looking for with people, are they wildly engaged? That reflects being teachable and driven and some of these other things, but really this just means, are they showing up? Do you show up? Okay, there's an event and it's in your local town, do you show up? If there's an event at our house for a Start Your Life Thursday or a Freedom Friday or a Taste and Learn, do people show up? If we ask someone to come to a team training or a business training on Sunday afternoon, do they show up? That's going to determine who we're going to work with. Okay, it doesn't mean that if a person shows up some of the time or doesn't have all the characteristics that we're not going to work with them at all. We'll still work with them, but the majority of our time and who are really going to help rank advance, the manager, director, executive, and we're really going to link arms with those people and say, hey, we need to talk every single day, and these are the things that you need to get done to get yourself to the next level. That's going to be determined by, do they exhibit all these characteristics, and are they showing up and being teachable? So I'm excited to see what are some of those characteristics that you guys are looking for in your team, that you're going to build your championship team. And beneath this post, if you guys can put down what your core values are, it might be 3 things, 4 or 5 things, I don't know, but put what those core values are that you want to attract into your team to build this championship team. All right? And thank you guys for tuning in.